Alright, since the clock is already 11, I think we can start now. Alright, hello everyone and welcome to our learning hour session. I'm Adib and I'm delighted to be host for today's session. We are honored to have our expert trainer, Dr. Praadeep Kumar, who will be sharing valuable insights on what can AI agents actually do for office work. Alright, during the session, please feel free to ask questions in the chat box below. Dr. Pradeep will address all questions at the end of the session. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. Without further ado, I hand over the floor to Dr. Pradeep.
Right. Thank you so much, Adib. All right. First of all, I would like to say thank you. All right, everyone. Hope you are guys doing well. All right. Welcome to our very interesting topic. Okay. So let me share my screen so that everyone will have. Okay. Uh, can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? You guys can? All right. Okay. So once again, good morning. All right. Today's topic is one I'm sure you've heard in every coffee shops, boardroom, and even LinkedIn post, all right? AI. But instead of talking about robots taking over the world, we are going to focus on what AI agents can actually do for us in the office. So think of this session as a reality check. No hype, no Hollywood, just the stuff that makes your work life easier. Right. A quick show of hands. Who here has actually tried using AI for work? No one? All right. Okay. All right. So I guess quite a number of you guys have been using all right, ChatGPT, and then you also have Grok tools. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So if your answer is definitely yes, so uh have anyone asked ChatGPT for writing up a resignation letter? If yes, I need to hear that story later. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the agenda. Right. The hype versus the reality. So what do we mean? So AI in the media is painted as superhuman, right? But in real life, it's just a very, very good at following patterns and instructions. In offices, AI isn't replacing all jobs. It's replacing tasks, usually the boring one, the repetitive, or those tasks which are time consuming. So our focus today, all right, what actually works right now in 2025, right? Not what might happen in 2035. All right. So can I ask everyone, okay, what's one boring or repetitive task you'd happily outsource to a machine? Answer client's inquiry, all right? Okay. Like, what are those things that you like not to handle? Like, no, there are many of times, okay, when I've conducted trainings around Malaysia, right? Most of the common, I would say, the answers that people always give is that generating reports. Like those reports that's been generated like every single day, the same one. Right. They hope that that can be actually be given to the machine to do it, rather than you have to sit down in front of your laptop or in front of your computer, right, and try to generate the reports. Right. Other than answering the client's inquiry, what else do you think um, those one task that you wish, right? Um, you do not have to do that, and you can let the machine to actually take over. Draft email copywriting, yes, definitely. That's one, I would say, um, a task, all right, which we can actually give to the AI tools to help us out. You see, when we are looking into AI, all right, you must understand that these are programs or application that has been created to make our life easier. So if there are things that we can actually give AI to do it, okay, why don't we do it? Isn't it? All right. Okay. So um, think AI as your digital colleague who never get tired or complain or go on coffee breaks. Okay. So we'll focus today is on practicality, not some sci-fi kind of features. Okay. Those are very things that we can do hands-on, things we can do very easily. Right. How I look at AI is going to be my personal assistant. Right. A personal assistant who doesn't questions me, who doesn't answer me back, right? Just stay in there, do there, sit there, and everything that I'm asking, that particular personal assistant will be able to assist me. Right? How nice is that? Okay. So that's what we're going to look at, ladies and gentlemen. Receive complaints. Yeah, correct. That is also another one. How okay, are we going to um, answer that all that? Okay. So let's move on. So, what is an AI agent? Okay, you can read on the slides. The definition that we given is that a program that can understand goals, process data, and take action without constant human supervision. Right? What are the capabilities of AI? Understand request natural language processing, which we call that NLP. Please do not mistake it for the neuro linguistic programming. Okay, this is natural language processing, and then we have take action on integration and automation as well as learn and improve, which is what machine learning. Okay, I will actually explain to you one by one, right? So when you look at the example of the analogy, so as I mentioned, AI is like an intern who doesn't sleep, but sometimes still ask some silly question. And how are we going to do that? So for example, when you're looking into natural language processing, how AI has been built is that it's able to understand the languages that we are using, all right? And it'll be able to reply back. No more that we have to get, all right, the old school way of you have to key in information. After that, the machine will start to encode it and decode it to into a binary system, because like even until today we are looking into computers are still using binary system, which is one and zero. Okay, but there are softwares that has been built in where this is where we call as machine learning. Okay, machine learning means it gets whatever informations that we input, it captures the information, then after that it will decode it and encode it into a binary system so that the computers can actually understand it. Okay, when we look into that, this is where we are looking into the age of where calculators were invented. You see, calculators are actually the one of the very first AI products that we started using. Computers, for example. Can anyone tell me, right, when did humans started to use or adapt to AI? Anyone? When do you think AI started to be used? Okay, came into our life. 2023, 2024. All right. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me few years back. Okay, let me give you how to say um a bit of explanation. All right. AI actually been started be used in the 1940s during the World War II, which is called the Turing machine. All right, you can actually have a read about it. All right, what is Turing machine is all about. it was actually started in 1940s. So we have been, I mean, if I'm looking at my age and I'm looking at when AI started, I think AI is much more older than who am I, and I think pretty much is older than anyone who is in the session today. Right? Since 1940s, 1950s, is actually started. Calculator is actually an AI because what it does is that it actually captures, all right, the data that has been input, and it'll be able to process it and give you the answer. So yes, whether we have realized it or not, we have also been exposed to AI for a very long time, ever since that we were a kid. Okay, it's just that we were not told, or those people that time they were not able to give us the explanation what is AI. All right. So in normal case basis, all right, when we look into, okay, let's say for chatbots, a lot of us have been using ChatGPT, DeepSeek, we have been using Perspective, we have been using Microsoft Copilot, Gemini, and all that. So these are applications that uses natural language processing. So what is natural language processing? Is that it is a way where you're able to recognize the language that we are asking these chatbots to give us the answer. For example, we are looking into the perspective of nowadays people are getting lazier, okay, or maybe becoming more creative, where they do not type. Right? Let's say, for example, you use ChatGPT. Right? ChatGPT actually you are able to have a conversation, and whatever language it be, in majority of the languages that are in this world, all right, ChatGPT has been programmed, has been taught to be able to identify it and converse in that same language. So, how many of you all have actually tried the what they call that the audio version of the ChatGPT? You can just raise up your hand. All right, you'll be amazed how actually ChatGPT or even any of the AI, all right, actually works the chatbot. And recently, I think about a couple of days back, I actually read an article stating that one of the person, I think uh, a youth, all right, has been interacting with all these chatbots. I mean, 20 over chatbots or something like that, in which one of the chatbot actually encouraged this youth to commit suicide. I was like, whoa, all right. It has gone to that extent. I mean, yeah, there are some AI chatbots which are not being used, I mean, because they do not have certain functionality. But the one that we are very familiar with, like how ChatGPT, or even when you look at Perspective, or even Copilot, Gemini, this AI program has been programmed in such a way that if you were to ask anything negative, you would not be able to answer it. All right. So I was just the other day when I was training in one of the corporations here, right? So one of the participants asked, Dr. Brady, can we actually ask ChatGPT to create bomb for us? And I was like, oh no, you can't. If you want, why don't you, type the prompt and see? And fair enough, it did not give us the any answers. All right, it says that it's not able to do that. All right, so yes, and even I've read some articles and saying that some people has been trying to commit suicide. Okay, they were asking these chatbots how what are the ways and all that. Immediately, like say if they're from Malaysia, immediately what these chatbot they do is that they actually will direct them to contact uh, what they call that something friend, where they actually have this organization where they'll be able to assist people who are going through some hard time and in the suicidal mode. All right, it actually redirect them. It also gives the contact number for them to contact them, and we'll try to give some words, some encouragement words. All right, so yeah, that's what I heard. I was like, wow, okay. ChatGPT or even Gemini or Copilot has gone into that mode. I say congratulations. That's amazing. All right. Now, let me check with you guys. Okay. If you ever asked your intern for coffee and got a caramel soy latte with sea salt foam, all right, that is what AI can be like, sometimes. You might ask something, but AI will be giving you something which is beyond that you were even asked. All right. So one thing you must understand is that ChatGPT or Gemini or even Copilot, all right, sometimes people ask questions, okay, which, yeah, you will not get the answers immediately. Even when you look into certain applications, okay, that has been set up, you might get some crazy response, okay, on how this works, how that works, and everything. All right. Now, moving forward on that, okay, since we understand, what AI, okay, is all about. So basically, AI agent is a program that understands our goals. For example, there are AI applications like ClickUp. All right. So ClickUp is actually a dashboard where you're able to have every single elements. Okay. Let's say if you are having a project, okay, you're able to enter all your team members. You can enter all your tasks. Okay. So it will be giving you an overall snapshot. Okay. What's happening? Who needs to do what? When are the tasks to be completed? What is in progress? What is work in progress? Now, all these things is actually a snapshot, but they also have advanced features on you'll be able to record meeting minutes, and you'll also be able to integrate all your calendars. All right. You can even send email, all right, through that one application. So it's become like a one-stop center. So you don't have to go to multiple programs or applications for you to just understand or to make your things, working for you. All right. Now, what AI, all right, or what office tasks can AI handle? First of all, let's look at the information management. So, what AI can do, it can summarize reports, it can find out of info in company documents, or even, for example, answer FAQs. So, currently, what you can see is that there have been the trend where a lot of organizations they have installed these chatbots, especially when queries right being raised. Okay, so normally what happens is that these chatbots they have been redirected to all the FAQs. Okay, so let's say for example there's a client or a customer calling them, okay, after office hours where there's nobody else to be able to assist them, or let's say they are chatting, right? Because the moment you go into certain websites, immediately a chatbot pops up. I think a lot of government agencies also say have doing that. Even EPF they have it, right? Touch and Go have it, and some banks also have started to implement that. So what happens is that the frequently asked questions has been compiled. So you feel that at least at that point of time you are getting response, right? And anything beyond the FAQs that is not able to answer, it has been programmed that all the organization will actually program it to state to the customers or clients to contact them the next day. Right? That is one. First is information management. Second, we are looking at communication support. So, in terms of communication support, we are looking at how AI can actually draft, format, and translate, all right, emails. So I think just now one of you guys have mentioned that draft emails or even when you talk about replying emails and all that. Yes, AI can actually help that, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Another one which I find it very useful is on the perspective of data processing. Right. So what it does, it actually will be able to generate tables, charts, All right. Check for errors where you look into the data accuracy, and you'll be able to find and analyze trends, okay, that's happening. All right. For example, now, when we are looking into certain applications, for example, now a lot of people have gone into um, from the mode of you have to analyze data or interpret charts using Excel, right? People have moved to, yes, correct, befrienders. Thank you for that. I did. So people have actually moved, okay, from the old way of interpreting, where you have to sit down, you have to analyze, you have to think about, okay, how am I supposed to make it more better? Okay, I have all these tables. And if I want to present these tables, it's not going to be good, or I will not be able to make it happen nicely. Yes, I'm able to present it in graph, but how can I beautify it? Or how am I going to put everything into one picture? So this is where, ladies and gentlemen, all right, application such as Power BI, all right, is taking place. I mean, the Power BI is from Microsoft, okay, there are a free version of it where you can just go to a Microsoft site and you're able to download the Power BI. Okay, the desktop downloadable one. Okay, that's totally free. Okay, but if you are going to share or you want to do it on the mobile app and everything, then yes, you need to purchase for that. But if you're going to use on for your own views, and you want to generate or you're going to interpret the data that has been with you, right? Power BI will be the answer for it. Okay, so I mean, because what Power BI does is that when you look into data interpretation, right, it can give you a very beautiful picture, and on top of that, you can also do a comparisons. Okay, in that, yes, that's one. And you can also use these chatbots where you will be able to what we call as interpret data that it has, okay, within seconds. You're not talking about, okay, if let's say if you are going to look at a financial report, right? If you take myself, if I'm going to look at a financial report, it's going to might take me at least about a few hours for me to go through one by one to understand, okay, what's happening. And if I want to do the trending, okay, this is what the trending is. And if I want to make a comparison, right? Comparison from last year, this year, and what are the maybe the future forecasts, okay? So if I want to table that out, and if I want to go in depth, so it's going to cost me at least few hours. But ladies and gentlemen, when you take AI tools, these AI, they're actually able to make things so much easier for us within seconds. Within seconds, you'll be able to interpret reports. Later, we will see one of those, okay, on how it's able to interpret reports, okay? All right, now, um, the other one, when we're looking into is workflow automation. Now, when we look at workflow automation, this is where AI comes into the assisting mode of us in scheduling meetings, right? Auto-file documents, and will be able to set and track deadlines. As I mentioned, for example, applications like ClickUp or Monday.com. Okay, these are some of the applications where we can use it, right, to make sure that everything is being done. And for example, there are also when we have this AI being installed or this AI being integrated with our system, replying emails will come in ease, all right, because you can set and you can able to command or prompt to AI saying that this is what I need, this is how the reply should be and everything, and AI will be able to do it for you. So you don't have to crack, oh, okay, there's a reply. You can also create, a generic reply on that. So, for example, when we are looking into all this information management, communication support, data processing, and workflow automation, right? So, of these four categories, which one do you think will save you the most hours each week? Can I get a hands up? Or you can just say which one of them, right? So, number one, number two, number four, right? All right. Andy, you have mentioned that number four, workflow automation. That means scheduling meetings, auto file documents, track, what they call that, deadlines and set deadlines. Yes. All right. Praadeep also have said number four. I think number four is quite famous. What about the rest? Okay. What about you guys? I think we have quite a number of you guys online. Number one and number three, information management, data processing tool. I love to use AI when it comes to data processing. I mean, really, really gives so much easier, right? I wish that I had the access to data processing when I was doing my doctorate, right? I was like, wow, that would be amazing. But I did had a tool, okay, which was so much easier compared to the those one. Like I know, remember when during my degree time and master's time, we have to use this statistical program called SPSS, all right? So using SPSS, oh my goodness, you have to do everything manual, like every single test that you're going to do. So you have to give one by one, and it takes really, really long time. But I think when I was doing my yeah, even when I was doing my doctorate, also I was still using it. After that, only I actually found out there was another program called SEMPLS. Yes, SEMPLS. So what this does is that basically, yes, you still need to get SPSS because you need to enter all the data, the variables into the table. I mean, into the information, everything, and then you have to save the file into CSV. You can actually import that particular file, and you can um, open up in PLS, SEM, SEM PLS, yeah, something like that. So, and with just few clicks, it actually gives you the entire, what we call as the test that you want to do together with narratives. Like, whoa, that was mind blowing for me. I was like, and that's the time I was so, how nice if it was that I was doing it, all right? But yeah, but now these are some of the tools and technology that's already there. And yes, number three, data processing. I think it's something that which is really, really. We will look into one of the example later, right? How we can get AI to actually assist us on processing the data. Okay. All right. Now let's look at this real office examples. This is what we are doing. I mean, practically now we are doing that. All right. Meeting minutes. So where AI turns Zoom recording into action items, right? Here where it actually gets real. So actual things are being done in offices today with AI agents. So AI turns Zoom or Teams transcript into action items. Not only that, you can also have other recording or yes, meeting recordings or all this that can actually do transcripts or transcribe every of the meeting minutes. You see, those days when we used to sit in for meetings, okay, we will assign someone to do the meeting minutes. Like certain organization, what they do is that every meeting they'll have different person will be assigned, and that particular person have to record everything, all right, and later part they have to record and then someone or maybe sometimes a supervisor or the person in charge, they will actually vet through whether all these meeting minutes that has been done, okay, information's all there, okay, then only it will be published. But with the emergence of AI, any recordings or when we are sitting even on a physical meetings, we can actually get the AI tools to record and to transcribe within seconds. So the moment the meeting has completed, within seconds, the entire all right conversations that we had during the meeting, it will be recorded, and whatever action items that we have actually mentioned, it will also have it there. And ladies and gentlemen, how easy life have been made using these AI recording tools. Right. So the other one when we are looking at is expense reports. Okay. What AI able to do is that you'll be able to read receipts and autofills spreadsheet. These is another amazing tool. I mean, you have such tools. I think um, like for example, I think the Salesforce and more, okay, I actually started to have these been integrated. AI has been started to be integrated, or even you can use some chatbots to do that, and you'll be amazed with the amazing job this AI does. Right. Another one, a lot of people do not like this is follow-up emails. Right. So AI can actually draft thank you or even update emails after client meetings. It's not that people do not want to do, it's just that at sometimes, with so many informations being overloaded into our mind or brain, people tend to forget, oh yeah, this is actually is there. I need to do this. Okay. Yes, some of us we do have, the manual way of recording in our diary, or we'll have a note, or some of us we also use calendars, right, to set reminders. But then sometimes the workflow can be overwhelming, and we might have forgotten to do a follow-up email. And this, ladies and gentlemen, can also cause some organizations to lose, all right, money because just because there was no follow-up emails, sometimes vendors or suppliers, customers, they feel like offended. Oh, right, they don't bother us. If they don't bother us, why should I bother them? And they'll just walk out to your competitor and you just have lost a sale. All right. So yes, AI has actually been doing a lot of good job when it comes to follow up, all right, or highlighting anything that needs to be sent. And the other one, all right, is that vendor analysis. So AI has the comparisons of what codes that it's better. And AI will be also give you or highlights the best value, all right, that you can actually do. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that none of these requires you to be a tech wizard. You just have to have the right tool and a clear goal. Now, which of these will you start using tomorrow if it was set up for you? Meeting minutes, expense reports, follow-up emails, vendor analysis. Which one do you think that you will start working immediately tomorrow when it actually been, you know, has been set up for you? Still thinking which one will actually make your life more easier? Not sure. Yes. Meeting minutes. I agree with Ayn. Meeting minutes. Yes, it's definitely is one of the best. Follow-up emails, meeting minutes. Very true. Right. Wow, okay, meeting minutes. So I think a lot of people has become a victim of, writing meeting minutes. It's like, wow. I mean, I hate doing that during my time of, being employed. Right? When it comes to my turn, I'd be like, oh my goodness. It's not that we do not want to do. It's just that sometimes, okay, in the heat of conversation, and we might overlook or we might have forgotten record down, and that's it. And that sometimes could be the key point. And if you're forgotten, you will be in a hot soup, especially when we have bosses who are very, very meticulous, very, very particular, and they know what they are actually talking. And if you have forgotten or you have just not recorded down, then I will just have to say all the best. All right. But because I mean I went through that, so I know how frustrating it can be, right? Especially in meeting minutes because you have to do it in a very they I mean every organization does have a certain kind of formats, but with the emergence of AI, ladies and gentlemen, that's made a lot of people's life so much easier. Right? It's like just amazing how this things actually works. All right, now moving forward, demo on ChatGPT. All right, this is interesting. Now we all know that you guys have been using ChatGPT. Some of you might have used. Okay, so um, anyone here has not used ChatGPT before? Anyone? Or maybe you're into different chatbots like say DeepSeek or using Gemini or you're more into Copilot or maybe other GPTs. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have interesting. 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 All right. Okay. Now ChatGPT, I think it has started for some time. All right. And I have been using ChatGPT. Now it's 2025. I think about 2, 3 years. Yeah, plus minus. Ever since they had the ChatGPT 1.0, now it's ChatGPT 5. Okay. So I have been following up and I've been an ardent user of ChatGPT. I've done a lot of research, uh, done a lot of comparisons. I mean, with all the all these chatbots that out there, my preference will always go to ChatGPT, right? Not anything else. I'm not being how to say do not support DeepSeek or anything. It's just that maybe for my kind of line of work and also the kind of information that I'm actually seeking for, ChatGPT would be able to give me more precise, right? And also when we look into chatbots, you have to be very precise on the prompts. This is what we call as a prompt engineering. Right? Very true, Adib. I do agree with you. ChatGPT offers a very consistent, all right, result. Okay, let me open up my ChatGPT and then I'll share you guys the screen. Just give me a moment. Let me do that. Hold on. Okay, let me stop sharing for a while. Okay, I need to go to my file. Just give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Sekejap ya. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, so guys can see here ChatGPT. Okay, this how the web-based ChatGPT actually looks like. Okay, so when you look at ChatGPT, there are a few things that you have to be you need to know what is ChatGPT. How okay, this is where okay. I normally I will not expand the sidebar because there are a lot of things that I need to check. All right. So I prefer to be like this. So this is where, all right, this box here, this where you're able to prompt. Okay, you can ask anything that you want. Okay. And then this is where you can actually dictate, and this is where you can go to the voice mode. Okay. Wait, let me okay, hold on. Let me share it again. Okay. Right. Awesome. Now, when you look at this plus button here, right? This plus button actually shows, okay, this is where you're able to add your files, your photos or files. You can do an attachment. Okay, but at the same time, there are options whether the prompt that you are going to enter, is it for to study and learn, or do you want to create image, or do you want it to have a longer time for it to think, so that you can go into a deep research. And there are more, all right, a web search, or you can create on Canvas, or you can even connect to your Google Drive or your OneDrive, or connect to your SharePoint. And here there's always here that says that unlock for with plus. So if I were to click on plus, so this I'm using the free version. So if I want to go, these are the plans that's available, right? So you have the free plan, the plus plan, and the pro plan. Now, what's the difference? Plus, yes, you can even create videos. Okay, you can generate videos with Sora, and you'll have much more memories will be able, and it can also gives you the codex agent. This so $20 per month plus minus we're looking about 97, 98 ringgit. Okay, and then you have another one which is the pro. This like unlimited messages, uploads. You can have a lot more. That's crazy. Okay, that's I mean the free version itself is so much powerful. Imagine the plus and also the pro version. I mean, that is, phew, you're talking about pro version about what, 970 to 980. Oh, that's a lot. But if your life is going to be depending on ChatGPT, then why don't you go for it? No harm, isn't it? So this is for those who are looking on an individual basis, and there are also on a business perspective where you can actually connect it, and they charge through per team member. And I think you need to have a minimum of two or something like that. All right. And when you actually opt for this, they will be able to give you the what we call as the API. So the API is where you'll be able to integrate it with any of your softwares that you're using. It can be your HRMs, it can be a CRM. You can also integrate it with your Microsofts, all right? Yeah, Microsoft already have Copilot, but if you do not want to use Copilot, maybe you can also use this, okay? So you can integrate it. So these are the options that are available, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when you look into ChatGPT, all right, when you look into ChatGPT, this is where you can do a new chat, but there's also another feature which is called Sora. Right? And what is Sora? Sora is an image generator by OpenAI. Okay, so ChatGPT is a production of OpenAI. They are the one who actually created ChatGPT. Does anyone know what does GPT means? GPT is actually generative pre-transformer, not the cartoon transformer, right? Not Optimus Prime or Bumblebee. Nah, it's nothing about that. It's just that this is able to understand the language that we are typing or we are talking or we are saying, and will be able to get it done. So that's what is called the GPT stands for. All right. Now, when we look into our screen here, right? So these are the images that's been created or videos that have been created by the users. You can see, all right, these are all the users' name and everything, right? So you just have to describe what image you want, and voila, it will be able to do it for you. All right. So now let's say I'm just going to put, all right, tiger with um, tiger wearing uh, snow snow cap reading JRR token books. All right. Uh, surrounded by uh, fire and lightning. All right, so this is just something that I'm going to generate, and I'm just going to create image, right? So it's had been added to the queue, all right, and you'll be able to see, right, once it's done, then, all right, so here it's generating the image. Once done, right, you'll be able to get. So while it's generating image, I'm going to download a file, okay? Let's say Shell Financial Report 2024. Okay. So this is so now annual report 2024. I'm going to get that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to download this. I'll tell you what I'm actually doing there. All right. I'm just going to go to downloads and I am going to download. Okay, done it. All right. So now we are coming back. Okay, while this is being generated, okay, it's generating. Okay. So I'm just going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Now, prompting is very important. Now you can see on my screen, there's always this logo comes up. This, ladies and gentlemen, is actually called Grammarly, right? Grammarly is another application where it actually get you to if you are having a spelling wrong spelling. So if you want to make it a structured proper way, I'm sure a lot of people are aware of Grammarly because it's also a paraphrasing tool. It can also act as a um, plagiarism, all right, to check plagiarism and also to check on your structure and everything. So what I've done is that I've actually downloaded Grammarly and I have included in the extension, right? So since I have given included the extension, so whenever I open up any of my sites, or even if I were to open a Word document or an email, this beautiful AI comes and pops up. And sometimes, when we are writing we always get confused with what the spelling can be because we have been exposed to English US, we've been exposed to English UK, right? So yeah. So now what I'm going to do is that I am going to say, all right, summarize. See, now I've not even read the Shell annual report. I mean, we look at Shell annual report, we're looking at about 481 pages. Like, oh, mama, that's a lot, right? So I'm going to go to summarize, okay, the attached report. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach the report. I'm going to click here, all right, attach the file. I'm going to go to downloads, Shell annual report, and done. Okay, so it is attaching. Just need to give another. Uh, yeah, it depends on the bandwidth. If your bandwidth is it's fast, it's strong, then yes, faster. So now the particular report has been attached. Okay. All I gave is very simple prompt. Summarize the attached report. That's all. And I'm just going to click on the button here within seconds, nanoseconds, right? It has given the entire summary of what I needed from the particular report. I have not even read the particular report. Okay. So here, ladies and gentlemen, this is how cool ChatGPT can actually make our life so much better when it comes to, and it also gives a suggestion. I can also create a one-page executive summary table of this report with the financial operational sustainability for a quick board level review. That will make the key numbers and targets instantly clear. I'm just going to say yes. Very simple prompt. Yes. And this is because it runs on Python. All right. So since it runs on Python, so it actually will give us all this, and then done. It has actually made it into a document. So if I were to download this file, all right, I'm downloading this file. I'm opening up the file. Okay, let me share with you guys. Once this file has been opened up, okay, let me just enable this. Okay, let me go back to the screen. Now I'm going to share this particular document. Okay. And screen. Okay. Okay, share. So now I hope you can view my Word document. You can see that it actually has put into a table format and downloadable. Done. So this is how you can actually do when it comes to reporting and whatever that you want, you'll be able to do. But then, just FYI, all right, when you're using why sometimes I download PDF Word, it rejected. Okay, all right. Now, with the current one that they said it's much more powerful, the GPT-5, ChatGPT, they say it shouldn't have anything. But one of the reasons that ChatGPT can also reject is that like you're using the free version, all right, and if it's an attachment and all that, it only has the capability of giving us maybe three or four. After that, it might not. And also one of the reasons why it can be rejected is also because of the bandwidth. Sometimes the connection, everything, if it's your bandwidth, it's always like your connection is always on on off, on off, then it also will happen, right? Other than that, I can't think of any other reason. Yeah, but normally this is what the reason is, right? Okay, so let's go back to the page on our report summary. Okay, share. Now let's go to Sora. What Sora have done? Oh, okay, yeah, it's already downloaded. So I'm just going to click on it. This is how cool the image has been generated. The prompt was tiger wearing snow cap, reading J.R.R. Tolkien's book surrounded by fire and lighting. And you can always remix, you can edit prompt. You can't create video if you're using the free version of ChatGPT. But if you are subscribing it, then yes. See, I told you this Grammarly will be everywhere. There you can see it's like that's one thing. All right. So this is how you can actually use ChatGPT, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But and also if you were to go to the ChatGPT, all right, what happens is that you have more options. Okay. Um, in ChatGPT, a lot of things that you can do. All right. If you want, that's the you can actually always have how to say another session on that. Okay, maybe we can just contact back to our provider, and they'll be able to assist you on that. Okay. Now let's move on with our. All right. So the other one that I've mentioned was that it's able to summarize. Like, this is how ChatGPT was able. Okay, and then we can also have like scheduling meetings. Okay, as I mentioned, I was talking about ClickUp. Right. Let me just show to you how ClickUp actually looks like. Okay. I think I have to open up another one. Uh, I that's fine. Okay. ClickUp. Just give me a moment. All right, I'm just opening up the file. Then I will share the screen with you guys. Click up. Okay. It's just okay. So this how, ladies and gentlemen, click up the dashboard looks like. Okay. So you can actually have everything the tasks, right? The Steam space projects. So you can create number of spaces that you want. Then you can also key in all these projects. So these are just a very sample that I've actually created, right? You can also do the assignees. If you're using the free one, you'll be able to do it for yourself. But then if you are going to share it across, then yes, you need to subscribe to it. Okay. So this gives you a very overview. All right. What are your to-do lists? What's the status? Okay. And every single thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is, and you can also look at it on different perspective, like channel, board, calendars, list, table, Gantt chart, task, and everything. So a lot of this for you to explore. Okay. So this another one that's available for you, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, why don't you have a look at it and check how it works? Right now, when we look into AI, right, you have to understand that when it comes to AI, there are benefits that we can work. One is, yes, it works 10 times faster, all right, for repetitive tasks, and it gives us a consistent quality every single time. It gives the same quality, all right, and it frees up our time, especially when you looking at the perspective of strategy or and creative. Yes, even though AI has a lot of benefits, but it also has some limitations. First, AI needs to have a clear and specific instructions be given. If not, it will just going to give you a very general thing. So first you have to feed in the information that you want AI to know. Then after that, you have to be very specific on what you want, right? And AI still does mistakes. So it's good that you always have, all right, a review, especially like even when you looking into, for example, ChatGPT. ChatGPT also, when you using, it does gives you um, what they call that, a disclaimer that ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. So it's good that we always, compare the informations that we have that's been given by ChatGPT with, I mean, the ever reliable source will be uh, Mr. Google, right? Yes, you can always cross check. Now, we also have to look into the data security, right? Because AI may not understand the confidential context unless it's given access to secure data. Right. For those who are using these chatbots like ChatGPT or DeepSeek or any other chatbots, which are the free version, never ever enter your personal data, personal information, sensitive information, company details, or even emails. Because what's going to happen is that ChatGPT will be able to use this for its so-called the training purposes, and these informations we can be leaked out and can be used, all right, in other part of the world or to another person, right? So when you are using ChatGPT or any of these chatbots, please be very mindful to scrub off your personal information and sensitive information. If not, information might be leaked, and this could be very, very sensitive information, especially something to do with financial information of an organization, everything that is going to be crucial, right? Now, anyone here, have you tried using AI and you got a very wrong answer? Yes, when you actually buy the Plus and also the Pro version, this is what OpenAI has mentioned, that the Plus and the Pro version, if you were to input any sensitive data or personal data, these data will not be shared even for training purposes. That's what been uh, this is what the commitment from OpenAI. All right. Very wrong, no, slightly wrong. Yes. All right. You see, okay, you must understand about AI, and also you must understand about ChatGPT or these chat bots, that sometimes these chatbots can be, how to say, very creative in coming up with answers. So let's say these AI, they are not able to know, or they do not know the answer. What they'll do is that they will actually come up with a very creative, imaginative answer, which will look real. So for those who actually do not do cross check, I'm telling you, you'll be in trouble if you don't do that. Okay, because sometimes the information will be completely bizarre. It'll be completely wrong. And sometimes, yes. All right. So, what you guys need to do is that if you are looking into factual data, please do verification, because, like now, they ChatGPT, if let's say you're using ChatGPT will be also be able to give you like which is the where the source it actually took. But it's good that if you actually double check. I use AI to predict future is not accurate, but the process described by AI is correct. Correct. Yes. It actually, see, it will be able to give you, okay, you see, how these chatbots or this AI actually works is that they actually get the data which has already been planted in, or there's already been already there. Like say, for example, big data. Big data is actually a data warehouse. So all these informations, what you'll be able to is that it actually go and it's a think of it is like a very good student who are able to copy and paste in a very fast mode within seconds. So that is what AI is basically is, right? So be able to go and get all the details here, and based on that, it will give you. Because AI doesn't have the ability to think. If AI has the ability to think, then ladies and gentlemen, you and I are not going to be here. All of us are going to be humanoids, right? So that is why there's a limitation on that. And yes, like what Ayn said, it needs additional or clearer instructions if you want to have better result. Fortune teller? Nah, I don't think so. But you can, founder of AI is dangerous for future. I don't understand. Maybe movie is kind of like Terminator. All right, I see. If you want to know, I mean, see, AI for now, I would say, I mean, no matter what is being done by humans, okay, so we do not when it comes to the perspective of humans, we do not want something else to come and take over us. Right. So when we look at AI, AI doesn't have brain. It doesn't have emotions, doesn't have feelings. Will not be able to do that. So that's why even how much they are trying to do, they won't be able to replicate that. You can create fake heart, you can create heart using, robotic features and all that, but then you're not able to do what the real human emotions, feelings, and everything works. Okay, can't. So for now, yes, we are still safe. We do not know about the future, but for now, yes, we are still safe. All right. You definitely cannot be a fortune teller. If AI can be a fortune teller, I'm telling you, I'll be the first one to go and see how my fortune is going to look like. All right. Okay. So moving forward, on our slide. All right. So how you can actually implement, all right, AI in your everyday work is that do not try to automate everything at once. Okay. Start small, maybe one or two repetitive tasks, or maybe like, replying emails or something like that. Okay. Like a generic email that you need to reply, or you want to have like every like hour, I want these kind of reports to be generated. Yeah, you can do that. And then pick tools that work with your current system. For example, Microsoft Copilot, if you're already using Office 365, all right? Because now, if you, I know that Microsoft, the Office 365 together with Copilot, the current promotion is going, I think it's less than 500. Definitely it's less than 500 until end of this year. Next year onwards is going to be more than 500. That's what I know. All right. And always keep human in the loop. AI is an assistant, not the boss. All right. Please remember that. All right. So try to think maybe one task that you want to try to automate this week after this, this session. So you can always look at that perspective. All right. And then when we look into right the takeaways, AI agents equal to assistants. They are not threats. AI is best for repetitive, data heavy, or information retrieval tasks. You give the goals, AI handles the grind. So, as for now, AI will not replace you, but someone using AI might. That's when we talk about the jobs, right? So, yes, jobs are being replaced, but then a lot of jobs are being created. Okay. So, what you guys can do is that you can write one thing that you'll try with AI this week. There are a lot, actually, ladies and gentlemen, a lot. All right, we have come to the end of our session today. Okay. Any question and answers that you want me to give you or you want me to come up with? Okay, what's one boring task in your job that you happily outsource to AI? Where do you see AI fitting in your team's work? And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to assist you. All right. Anyone got any questions? Ada apa-apa soalan? Nak tanya kat saya? If I know the answer, I'll definitely will be able to uh, create a report is boring stuff. Can you show demo? All right. So clear report. What kind of report are you looking at? Right. I think Mr. Adi will be able to assist you on that on the session recording.
Yeah. Don't worry, the session is recorded and will be uploaded on our YouTube channel within 24 hours. So can do revision there.
All right. So before we go, okay, I'll just give me about a couple of minutes. Let me just give you a demo on how to create a report. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me go to my. Okay, let me share it. Okay, so when we look into this, okay, let's say for example, if you want to create a report now, this is a report that's already been here. Okay, that's we took shell. Okay, now let's say for example, let's look at a very general report. Okay, now, okay, create a report um on the entrepreneurial skills among the rural part of Malaysia, include age, gender, education level, and right. So if you can see, when I'm actually typing this, okay, it shows that there's four errors that has been given. This is what Grammarly actually shows me. So I can just, okay, one pro suggestion, one free sample. I'm just going to use this version and yeah, done. Okay. So create a report on the entrepreneurial skills among rural population of Malaysia, including age. So this is just a report that I'm going to say. All right. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click. So now it's thinking longer for a better answer. It's getting data for report. Okay. Then it's searching for the data that's available on net, looking for rural demographics, searching for rural. So all these whatever things that I've actually mentioned, this one now ChatGPT is actually doing it for us, right? So now the report will be done. So we're looking at, all right, okay. See, when I told you that it can also gives us where it actually getting the sources from. Okay. All these you can see. So this report, you can even refine it and you can ask ChatGPT to make it more, better way of presenting it. Everything is here. Whatever that you want on this particular report, you're able to have it. And also gives us the source where ChatGPT actually got these data. So this is one way that you can actually use, let's say, for example, ChatGPT in generating report. And you can even ask ChatGPT, you can prompt it to make it into a table format, to downloadable to Excel, to a CSV format, whichever format that you want, we'll also be able to do that. All right. Okay. Any other questions? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any other questions? We do not have questions, then I would like to say thank you for joining this session. All right. I hope you have learned something today. Even you have learned 1%, that means, we are in the process of going to the correct direction. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending this session for today and have a great day. And as for what Ms. Hafiz has said that the recorded session will be available on the YouTube channel of Excel Academy Malaysia within 24 hours. Right? Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Ms. Adib,
All
you can
right.
take over from now.
All right, sure.
Yes,
I'll take
sir.
over from here. All right. Let me share my screen.
All right.
Right, wait a minute.
Stop sharing.
Sharing my screen. All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Pradeep, for the excellent presentation. Within this 1 hour time frame, there's a lot of input and knowledge gain, how to automate and using AI properly, how it will ease our task in daily. All right. Uh, Since there is no question, for those who have registered through the NTW portal, your attendance have been recorded and your status will be marked as completed within 24 hours. In the meantime, please do not withdraw your application. To generate your certification, please complete the TEE assessment on the portal itself. Alright, as for the video recording of this session, for those who are asking, it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel at Excel Academy Malaysia within 24 hours. Now, let me inform you guys about public training offered by Excel Academy. If you are interested to enroll or join, you can contact us. We have Microsoft training, Microsoft Excel basic level until advanced level, Microsoft Excel for data analytics, Microsoft Power Query, Microsoft Power BI with AI integration, data analysis, and visual reporting. We also have digital marketing training, digital marketing masterclass, digital marketing professionals, SEO and SEM, social media marketing. We also offer AI tools training, AI tools for content creation and marketing, as well as AI tools for enhancing office productivity. Creative tool training, CapCut for video marketing, Canva, AI bootcamp. And last but not least, human resources training, preparing for competency-based training needs analysis DNA. I think that's basically it for today's session. Thank you all for your great participation and have a great day. Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Pradeep.
You're most welcome. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
All right.